right now, Maven. 13-5.
Scump going big for the squad. Try and take control of loading. If he can win these fights and push out, you're able to hit mid-map so effectively. He's got a little bit of help here too. It's going to be him and Karma. You see, this almost looks like an S&D round from them as they're pushing in through showers. Oh, the kills, a clean wipe of Splyce.
And they know exactly where Splyce will spawn. Scump will hold a close angle and keep this streak alive. He's on a 2 streak. Crimsix a 3 streak of his own. The Scarab now out. Optic Gaming now beginning to lead in the slaying of this game. Scump's going to try to challenge a one-shot but get cut down by Mad Cat.
All right, the big thing here if you're Optic, yes, try to get time and make sure, see where that number 8 on the minimap, that's Scump, see where he spawns. You have to keep control there. They keep on popping with 25 seconds remaining. I mean, yeah, maybe challenge for some kills here, get them out of the hard point, but you don't need to worry about time so much, just making sure you don't push too far forward and allow any kind of fluky spawn. Yep, they're good. They've got complete control going into the next hard point.
They know their threshold. They know how far they can push up the map. These guys have practiced this a ton, but I will say, this wave of kills now gives Splyce an advantage towards this new hard point.
And that's almost the exact opposite of what happened the first time. Remember, Scump won that gunfight coming into window. This time he gets caught. And we talk about all this control and perfect play from Optic that gets erased in 3 seconds.
Absolutely. Formal 11-11. Spots 2 players in that hard point. He's waiting for the help of his team. Here comes the big break opportunity. 4 players stacked for Splyce in the hill. Vance challenges the wall run. Some great shots from him. It's 3 dead on OG. Crim lasts a lot.
All 4 clean.
Wow.
Splyce goes big to hold cell block. They're now trailing by 15 points. 30 seconds remaining. You spawn all the way out at commissary for Optic Gaming. It's a 4-man hit. They're going to hit the wall run now. Formal in the back looking over it, trying to protect his 2 players hitting it. But so far, the kills going the way of Splyce. But Optic, do they get enough to get through? They do. Scump last man up. And again, it's a one-on-one for Scump for 15 seconds. That's 30 seconds. I know it's not a ton of points, but it's one-on-one fights. How crucial are those, man?
But I do want to point out, Splyce spawned right next to the new hard point. So they're going to have numbers here. They're ready to go for this hard point. Great, take those 15 seconds is what Splyce is saying. We'll fight for the 60 at Graveyard.
But look at the pinch you now have developing for Optic. You're able to collapse from both sides. Some spawn out Snow Street, some rotating from the next hard point. Woo! Mad Cat, though, with 2 crispy kills. And the last one, inside challenges. He gets the assist on that as well and shuts down Optic Gaming.
Splyce are typically abysmal at breakout, but they are playing close. This team is back in form, even with Zero having a rough map. You know, Karma's right there with him.
Well, I mean, it reminds you of the first game. Formal starts slow. Somehow Optic's still in this. Here, 0, 6-13 to begin, but Splyce just take the lead now. Optic get it right back as they break and get control. But just like last time, you see the left side of the minimap start point.
Slaying dead even. It's just straight up 0 kill difference between these 2 teams right now. And I think that reflects in the score. Payloads will be the difference maker in this game. There's no streaks. There's nobody even near earning a score streak.
What a scrappy game this has been, right?
It's all going to come down to kills for spawns like Formal just got back here, as well as, well, who can wind up getting those payloads first and use it to their advantage.
Karma takes out one. They're the second in front. Vance, though, able to answer. A couple kills go back and forth, but the final trade, once again, goes to Optic Gaming. And Formal trying to get in position here. Some nice shots, but not able to finish it. As the pressure comes in, it's a 2-pronged hit from Splyce. They've almost won it. Last player there was Crimsix. He's going to drop. Nice break from Splyce.
Another example of the kills for the retake that go in Splyce's favor. They overwhelm. They stop Formal on the streak. FTL, the only payload available for the side of Optic Gaming. We're going to go for one final pressure with only 20 seconds left. And, oh, God, those are some shaky shots from Formal as he can't snap on the second.
And he'll get eliminated. Jared up and close there.
Splyce will have the lead.
This is how many lead changes we had now?
Oh.
I mean, just in the last, like, 90 seconds.
Yeah.
I think we had, what, 3 inside the Graveyard?
Scump has now had 6 straight deaths. Scump was 17-9. He's now 17-15. And now the slaying has started to leak in favor of Splyce, and so has the lead.
Oh my God, no. I was just about to say, good positioning there from Crimsix to be ready for the flanker, but he gets absolutely gunned. Optic, though, in the hard point. Make sure to keep an eye on that minimap and the spawns for cell block, as that is going to be the game decider.
Okay, there we go. Optic now making some small adaptations, making sure that pinch doesn't come in. Look at the one on your minimap, that's Bance. Trying to play spoiler. Will they spot him at mid-spiral? It doesn't appear so. Bance flanks for 2. Forget these 20 seconds on this hill. You have to play for the spawns and the kills towards a cell block hard point.
Farmwell takes off the back plate, but not able to finish the
He's
kill.
dead.
Tries to take him out of the hard point, but can't win it. Now, as they push, he's going to spawn out. This is perfect for Splyce.
Oh.
As they will be into the next hard point first.
And because of how far back Formal and Crimsix still were on the minimap, they get the new spawns for Splyce and spawn up right at the new hill. Cheeky little spot from Bance. You have to win that. You have to win that gunfight. This is Optic Gaming's chance to break on through.
The key to victory in game one was the great breaks from Optic Gaming. You need another great one here. As two drop, though, you only have two players hitting the back. Here they come. It's going to be Karma trying to make the first. But Karma gets both before being traded out. But it's a two-piece from Bance. Yet again, Bance the hero to make the stop.
Who but Bance might be the new storyline we say. Scump now with reactive armor. He does not want to burn it on this hill, but he might just have to. Mad Cat gets gunned. They're still contesting. One of these teams just has to take control. Now it will be Optic Gaming. Scump turns and burns. There goes Jerd. 15 seconds between these two teams.
But of course, it's Bance that's still remaining in the back, but the key gunfights here.
Huge gunfight.
Krim has had so many big ones. 3 down now for Splyce. Last remaining player right inside a medical play. Krim just saw the spawn.
He saw everybody challenging Zero again. Some shaky shots. He's playing his life. He can't stay alive. Bance now dead. Formal's here as well. This might be the swing that Optic Gaming needed. All dead.
You've got Camo. You've got reactive for Optic Gaming. Splyce getting wiped clean. Here we go, baby.
How does this happen? Such a close game. Karma, when you need him, he's there. Splyce will have a push opportunity. 3 payloads now for Optic Gaming. There's going to be no flank. It's going to be straight up gunfights. OG are ready. One final push for Splyce. There goes Camo.
Bance in. Bance in. But he does get in behind and trying to make the play. Formal still up. Camo from Karma. Number 2.
The FTL jump from Formal. What the hell was that reaction time? Camo does nothing for Splyce. Karma gets the final 2-piece. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to a game 5.
Told you. You knew it, man. When you looked at the maps,
you're not bright, Maven, but you called it.
Optic's worse uplink than Splyce's. I mean, it's actually props to Splyce for making that so close. I mean, I actually thought that might end up being a blowout. It was everything but. Look at this crowd, buddy. I think they're ready for a game 5.
I think they are as well. Whew. There's a reason why champions and the Stage 2 champions between Splyce and Optic Gaming are going to a close series. It's what everyone wanted to see, and that's exactly how it's going to happen.
That was a fun one.
Whew, that was nuts. But here's the thing. We've got S&D up next. Splyce are 6-0 in the game mode. Can Optic Gaming keep their winner's bracket hopes alive by beating the undefeated Splyce and S&D? We'll find out after this quick break.
Matt Piper is a serious-faced goofball. Depends on how well you know me, but in-game and out-of-game around the gaming community, I'm very serious. My life before video games was competitive still. You know, obviously sports as a kid, just normal kid stuff, going to the movies, hanging out with friends, stuff like that. And then once I realized video games were an option to pursue as a career, I took it very serious, and that's kind of where everything took off. As I was coming up, the amount of people that said, this kid is really good online, but you're not going to do it at a tournament, that kind of like eats at you as a player. Just because if I'm waiting for months and I go to a tournament and I don't play the same way as I did online, I got to wait months again to even have a chance to prove myself.
Optic Gaming starting to generate a bit of momentum. They know what is at stake here.
You're finally back on top.
Playing at this level, it's hours and hours and hours of doing the same thing over again. Getting on every day, playing the same maps, the same game types with the same people, but every day you're trying to find one little new thing that will help your team grow. That's the whole purpose of putting those hours in. Even if we are, you know, doing well and winning tournaments, we want to keep, you know, the bar just keep going and going and going. First is what I expect no matter what. Anything else is a failure. There's no reason why we shouldn't be winning. And if there is a tournament that we do lose, it's on us. It's not because the talent isn't there or because there's another team that's better than us.
Carver going for the kill. Formal up to you. 1v1 situation is all coming over. And the 1v1 Optic Gaming. We will see you fudging later. Two COD champs back to back.
This has been the story.
For the obvious elephant in the room that we haven't won a Call of Duty championship. We think that together even after those disappointing finishes. But until we win Call of Duty champs, we're not going to be considered the greatest Call of Duty team ever. I don't even know how many tournaments we won together, honestly. But because we haven't won those two since we've been a team, it's like those don't even count. When the big one comes and you don't win it, then what is the other tournaments? Like, what do those mean?
Formal with two.
The numbers he puts up, the slang he brings to this team.
Formal first right, the push comes in, and Formal wins the 1v1.
If you want to be the next Formal, you got to know how many hours you're going to have to put in realistically. Just thousands and thousands of hours. You can't just expect to be good or go pro just because you're better than the 5 kids at your school that you play with. If you want to be the best, then you will put the time in. You won't make any excuses, you'll just do it. I'll stop playing when I feel like I'm holding other people back. If I think that I'm not performing to the best of my ability like I should be, as a player and a person, you know, it's very selfish if you just keep competing. When everything's done, I want everybody to look back and always think about Formula as the best FPS player of all time. That's what I want my legacy to be.
The man on your screen has now won in 7 different FPS titles. He wants to go down as the best of all time. This is one notch in the belt this weekend.
He's got quite the road to go through. Let me set the stage for you all. Welcome. This is the Call of Duty World Championship presented by PS4. $1.5 million up for grabs this weekend. In this matchup, we have our Stage 2 champions of the Global Pro League, the first ever LAN league for competitive Call of Duty. Optic Gaming on the right side of your screen going up against Splice, the best team in Europe, as well as the team that won Stage 1. Both of these squads at the top of their game right now on the main stage. It's simple. Win this S&D, and later on tonight, on the main stage, they face off against FaZe. Whoever it is, Splice or Optic will face FaZe Clan, who just took down ALG. Here's the issue. Splice has yet to lose an S&D this weekend, and that will be Game 5. They are a perfect 6-0.
But we're going to be heading into one of the better search and destroys for Optic Gaming. 11-3 since Dallas, 79% win percentage. It all comes down to this, Jack. Make some noise, guys. It's Game 5.
And off the break already, Optic, they have their mind set on what they want to do. It's a quick plant. It's going to be a 4v4 retake opportunity for Splice, who wins these next few gunfights.
Plant so quickly. Formal in a key position here at back bus. He just spotted one, transitioning across mid-map. calls it out to Krim, who peeks it for just a moment. First blood gonna go to Optic, but quickly answered. Back and forth we go, 2 versus 2. Formal and Karma up against Bance and Zero.
They know where both players are at. It appears Formal spots one. That's Zero up close. He's got to play his life. Karma's there for the help. Cross the screen. Go ahead. Karma's got one. There's the second. Bye-bye. Karma plays the trade perfectly, and Formal goes, hey, thanks for having my back.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't play that properly. Formal's dead 100% of the time. And those tense situations in a 2v2 with the clock running low, you have to make the right plays. Karma, who else, goes huge.
Optic up 1-0. As now it'll be their turn to strike second round in a row on defense. What can Splyce and crew do? And it looks like already they're going to try to change things up.
Bance and company starting to move towards this B site. The transition from Optic Gaming. It's going to be a 4v4 retake.
Again.
With bomb going down.
Again. Now this is definitely the tougher side to retake from because there's so much cover, so many areas you can go to. Look at this long sight line with no cover on field. Optic will have no pinch. It'll just come down to who can get the big kills. Do they play around a smoke? It doesn't appear so as of yet. They're going to have to make a move. Only 25 seconds left. The play coming on in, and you can see, oh, Karma thought he had it for a second, but that high wall run, they've got to go. Their hand's been forced. It's going to get hectic here quick. Challenge now coming from Karma. Bance with first blood. There's nobody else there for the side of Optic Gaming to help. That's not going to work. 2 versus 2. No time left. That's what I'm saying. You can't hesitate on that site.
I mean, good plan, right? They tried to stretch for it multiple times, so Karma tried to pick it up, not able to do so. Good plant, good positioning, and so hard to retake. Like, if you have a pinch opportunity, maybe somebody hitting the flank that wins a one-on-one, things fall apart for Splyce. You thought that was over as soon as you saw all 4 hitting from that barn side.
That was the issue. Once you get back there and set up, you can see how easy it is for the bomb to be checked. Splyce are on offense. 7-1 as these two teams are so evenly matched.
Starting to push their way up towards this A side. First engagement, Krim not able to win it. That's Jerd in his face, but Formal will find a pick at the same time. Very similar to what we saw in our first round.
Look at this from Jerd. So this is what the communication is right now for Splyce. Jerd, you make the play. You have to be the one that swings this round. You have to win this next gunfight.
A lot of times this is just down to timing. Will he get the first eyes on? Nice shots.
Sin energía no hay gloria. Tendré que recargar. ¡Lo siento, cadáveres! ¡Están fuera! ¡Hey, jugador! ¡Suelta las papas fritas y consígueme un poco de munición! desesperación. Necesito encontrar cómo me voy a aburrir. ¡Tráiganme sus armas! No pienso ser el mordedor de nadie. Vaya, necesito recargar. ¡Presión máxima! Hasta los monos se caen del árbol. ¡Ey, caja! ¡Vete al carajo! ¡Adiós! Toma, agresión comunista. Sucio montón de gusanos. Se acabó la simpatía, cara de huesos. Voy a patearles el trasero. Necesito más fondos. En fin, veo que el futuro no ha cambiado nada. Maldita caja. Nada como un subfusil. ¡Diablo, sí! Disparo rápido, genial. Voy a hacer que se retuerzan. ¡Estás muerto, monstruo! ¡Oh, vaya! ¡Me tocó el puto osito de peluche!
máxima!
¿Listos para jugar, babosas? ¡Voy a darles un buen repaso! ¿Tienes mucho o no?
¡Toca hacer liquidación!
Creo que vamos a pasarla muy bien. Adoro el arma de rayos. ¡Zombies! ¿Quieren probar mi nueva arma? A esos costales de carne les espera una sorpresa. Muerte a larga distancia. Genial. He caído en la oscuridad. ¡Cuidado, monstruo! ¡Que muerdo! ¡Justo a tiempo! No sabrán lo que les dio. Espero que estén listos para hincharse de balas. Nanakoro Villaoki. Tampoco necesitamos una nueva arma.
¡Adiós!
¡Genial! Vaya, tendré que esperar hasta que consigan entrar de nuevo.
¡Munición máxima!
¡Cómete esa escoria! Es la hora de la destrucción. ¡Así me gusta! ¡Plomo a toda velocidad! ¡Eso es lo que a mí me gusta! Arma pequeña, muchos agujeros. ¡Qué ganas de ver lo que se puede hacer con esto! ¡Hurra! ¡Perfecto para mi carnicería!